one. Hi, we're back. We're back, yeah. So I was saying, um, so we're coming out of the pandemic. It's been a time in all our lives. We've all had something. We've had a few somethings. I just was telling the folks here about this New Yorker cartoon. And so just imagine, right? You've been, there's the woman and child, and the husband's standing at the door. And he says, "So you've been in child's pose for 3 weeks. I'm just checking you're okay." And I think it's like that. We've been in child pose for like a year and a quarter or something. Um, and so we're coming out of child's pose. And it's summertime. And summer's about, what is summer about for you? Tell me. Hmm? Speak up. No more babysitting, she says as her daughter's sitting next to her. What's that? No school, right. More space, right? Spaciousness, a little more. Swimming. Swimming, did you say? Yep. Cooling off from the heat. Yeah, that's part of it, right? And it's about a lot of heat, fire, expansion. And expansion is really of the heart, right? And that's what this is about. The summer season is governed by the heart and small intestine. But the heart's about, can we say yes? And we've had to say no a lot for a long time and let that be okay. It's been hard, right? It's been hard for us, you know. We have family and friends and grandchildren, and there were no hugs for a long time. You know, everyone was, don't go near, masked up, and we did it. We said yes to the no's because we wanted to be safe. We wanted to keep our loved ones safe. So now we can start to say yes. We hugged each other. That was so nice. We hugged each other. It was really nice, right? Um, we got a lot going on this weekend. It is Juneteenth Day, about liberation, right? And freedom. Hi. Hi, honey. Good to see you. And it's Father's Day tomorrow. So it's the solstice. It's a lot of energy of things. There's liberation. There's honoring the father and grandfather sky and solstice, grandmother earth, and the turning of the seasons. And you know, life's always like that, but it is. I realize it's a weekend's filled with a lot. So let's open to all. Let's say yes to that. I was just listening to an old friend. Actually, he was my trainer many years ago, and he did a whole thing about saying yes. Say yes. And so I've thought about that, and I think coming out of the period of no, it, there's it's sometimes challenging. You probably, I'm imagining some of you feel the same way. Like, oh, do I wear a mask here? Do I hug here? What, can I say yes? I'm like, you know, we want to put our foot in. Do we put our foot in? Um, there's a lot. We got a little PTSD going on around the whole thing for all of us, right? So I think the inquiry is, so where am I contracting? Where am I staying closed in? Where can I open up? What can I say yes to? And so we can do that in our practice, gives us a little time to feel into ourselves, feel it in your body, watch your mind. Um, Not any different. It's the same. It's always the same, but that's kind of where we are right now, right? Where we are right now. Thanks for being here. Okay, so some words found their way out of my mouth. That's good. Hmm. All right. And this is my sister-in-law, Lisa Rafel, beautiful teacher. She said, this is so sweet. Dear Grandfather Sky, thank you for life, for light, for the vastness of information and imagination you inspire. Dear Grandmother Earth, thank you for this lifetime, right now, for the possibility to become more conscious, for your intelligence and mystery. Thank you, thank you. And that's where we are, right? Hmm. Oh my, there's more going on. I missed something. Look at this. It's a solstice, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion and clarity, and it's turning retrograde. Just what we need. But in the coming weeks, it says, as Jupiter backs up in the progressive signs of surreal Aquarius, is luminosity increases so it can light our inner awareness. It also says that Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius, this is great, shines a healing light into the past, including collective history of human rights and social justice. It's no coincidence that now in the United States, Juneteenth is established as a national holiday, right, for the end of slavery. So also, Jupiter turns retrograde in Shatabisha, the star of 100 healers, marking a milestone for healers, medical systems, and the fight against the pandemic. Progress in research, important new discoveries, and the unveiling of mysteries will be on the rise for the weeks to come. Okay, so I like it too. And it just gives me a sense of something bigger, right? So I talked about connection. We're connecting with each other, we're connecting with ourselves. Where are we closed? Where can we open? And connecting to something bigger, to the universe, to all that others are doing in the world, just reaching out. So I'm looking out here, I'm like, it's so good to see you guys. It's good to see you too at home there. It's good. All right. Is there anything else I want to say? So let's drop into practice. We'll do a little bit of everything, all a time of inquiry. Do what you can, please. Don't push it. Meet your edges with love and compassion, as always. But also, I don't know about you, but I'm recognizing it's been a time. We've all been trying to be gentle. And I notice I would like to feel a little more strength in the body, right? So we're playing with that, right? How do I find the strength and the softness, both, right? Continue. What's that perfect edge? Oh, can I play the edge a little? Can I back off the edge? What? Have fun. Have some fun. Okay, so Hasita, thank you for this beautiful space, right? Fantastic gardens. I don't know if he's still there. We had a little bunny behind me. Is he gone? He'd been tromping around. Good. Trying to get in the food. All right. It's what we do. We practice together. It's so beautiful. You're all really a blessing in my life. Thank you for showing up. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at how you're sitting. Make sure you're sitting at the edge of something, a blanket, a block, a bolster, right? Take a look at the habit of how you cross your legs. And then undo the habit. Cross them the other way. It'll feel a little unusual, right? Because when we do something differently, it feels different, but it's good. Let's change the habits, right? Interlace your fingers, stretch your arms overhead. And as you exhale, round your spine, press your arms away. And do that again. Inhale up. Lift the heart up and say a little yes to the sun. And exhale, round it. One more time. And round. Hold it there for a breath or two. And feel someone connecting as they hold your hands and your spine can let go just a little bit more. On the next inhale, lengthen it up. And exhale the arms down. And then just find your seat. Take your fleshy part of your buttocks away so you're really on those sitting bones and just wobble a little bit. Feel the ground. And then come to the center and extend your roots down. Feel the crown lift and lengthen. Lift the shoulders up as you inhale and exhale the shoulders down. It's as if the shoulder blades just tuck under the heart a little bit. And as we said, this summer season is about the heart, the Anahat chakra. So invite that space to lift and open, even if there's a little boundary there. Breathe into that. This is our time to feel deeply into where we are right now. We're coming out of a bit of hibernation. As we move into practices, again, I offer that inquiry. Where am I holding back? Where can I say yes? Where can I invite expansion? And there's no judgment, it just becomes an interesting inquiry. Let it be interesting. Jack Kornfield said, the only way to live is by accepting each moment, I love this, as an unrepeatable miracle. Each moment is an unrepeatable miracle. Sometimes that feels hard, right? When the hard things come. Wow, then this too be a miracle. Can I say yes even to this challenge? What can open inside me even with this? And now this, and now this. So take 3 to 5 conscious breaths here and let your awareness ride on the wave of the breath. And then check in with the quality of the mind. If the mind is off in the past or the future, or is it here now in the present? Take a moment to check in with the quality of the heart and the emotional terrain. Is there worry or anxiety, confusion? Or is there acceptance and patience, compassion, love? Maybe a little bit of a blend. And then as you know, those of you who've been with me, I always think, where can I take refuge? Where is that place that is bigger than the mind, bigger than this body? And so if you like, in your own heart and mind, just let the inner whisper of these words come up as we connect to that inner sanctuary. And so from now until I fully awaken, I vow to take refuge in loving awareness, my true home. And pause there, really loving awareness, my true Buddha nature, always there. Pause for a moment and see if you can just turn to that. It's just waiting for you. So we connect to something bigger. But of course we're human. We stumble, we fall. And so we need a path. And so from now until I fully awaken, I vow to take refuge in the path of loving awareness, the road that leads me home. And here we are together, walking that path, all the practices and teachings. And because we are communal beings, I vow to take refuge in the Sangha. My teachers, my friends, my spiritual family, community, those who have vowed to live awake and free. Hmm. Hmm. And I like to invoke the presence of the great spirits and do that through a few mantras. So we'll chant to Ganesha, always good to have Ganesha with us, the one who removes obstacles. And the words are Om Ganapataye, Om Ganapataye, Om Ganapataye. So I'll chant a line and you can chant after, and then we'll do it all together. Okay? So just take those breaths and just feel how we're beginning to settle in, settle down. Om Ganapataye. Together. Om Ganapataye. 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 You got it. Let's do it together. Om Ganapataye. Om Ganapataye. Om Ganapataye. Om Ganapataye. One more time. Om Ganapataye. This is your heart. Remove the obstacles. Om Ganapataye. Om Ganapataye. Om Ganapataye. And then pause to feel the vibration. That vibration of life. And your eyes can be open or the eyes can be closed and just turning inward. And for a few moments, allow the breath of life to just call your awareness to the moment. Sometimes the breath feels long and sometimes it's short. There are some areas in the body that breathes easily and some that don't. Again, what an interesting inquiry. Yeah, as you sit, you'll probably notice there are beautiful sounds around us. Human sounds, nature sounds, the sound of your breath. Sounds come and go. Breath comes and goes. So rest back in that place that can hold all that comes and goes. No need to push it away, no need to grasp onto it. And whatever arises, You might notice there's hearing or thinking, tasting or sensations, and none of it's a problem. It just becomes interesting, and it comes and it falls away, just like a wave on the ocean. It rises and falls back into the ocean of awareness, the sunlight of awareness. And for a few minutes, we're talking about the meridian of the heart, the sun of the heart, compassion. Let's take a few minutes to wish ourselves well with the practice of loving kindness, metta. That energy is really a blessing. Blessing ourselves and blessing others. It's a beautiful way to connect. You may have your own phrases, or you may like maybe a very simple one of, may I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend. May I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend. Or may I feel safe. May I feel content. May I live with ease. And take a few minutes to bless your own heart for taking you through this time of life. And then just let any phrases fall away, any doing fall away, and rest back for these last few moments, simply being. Being with all that is. The spaciousness of a heart as wide as the world. So if you would please, let's bring our hands in prayer at our own hearts, joining our universal and individual self, and chant the sound of Om. Take a breath, please. Hari Om Shanti. Jai Bhagwan Namaste. And a gentle bow is a way of saying, I see you. I bow to the light within. And then to each other, I bow to you and I see you, the soul that you are, the divine that you are, that place where we dwell together always. Yeah. Good. Let your body stretch out a little bit. And then if you would come sit, I'm going to just do a few yin poses, okay, before we go into a gentle active pose. Come sit at the edge of your blanket or your cushion. And I like to do butterfly after sitting. It helps to decompress the spine, right? So bring the soles of your feet together and slide them away a little bit so you make a nice little right angle here. And you might like to have a blanket or a block or something for your head, right? And then let your pelvis tip just a little bit. Give it a moment. And then gently let your spine just round down naturally. We're not forcing it, we're not pushing it. Remember, yin, it's about being passive in the muscles. We stay a while to let the connective tissues say yes and expand a little bit. We're going to juice them a little bit. So when you find your place, you can support yourself with your elbows on your shins and your hands in prayer. You can take a block here for your forehead. And you find the place that's appropriate right now. Remember, edges always change. We know that in our life, and we know it right now. So take a few moments and scan around in the body. And as you do that, notice if there's any place you can simply soften a little bit. Create a little more space and expansion. And then check in with the breath. And see if you can invite the breath to expand a little bit. Not forcing it, but inviting it to deepen a little bit. And then allow the exhale to maybe even go a little bit longer. So feel, you can even count your inhale. It could be 1 Om, 2 Om. Maybe it goes to 3 or maybe it goes to 6. And then let your exhale just simply be a beat longer. So we create a little more space for the next inhale. It's a beautiful thing. These meridians of the heart and small intestine, actually they're the time of day when they are, I guess, most alive. Time to nourish is between 11 and 3. So look at us. Perfect timing to do a summer practice. It's the element of fire. We know that. The heat, the sun, color of red. The mental and emotional is about love and joy, but on the other side, when out of balance, it's about hate, right? Hate and love Are that two sides of the same coin? I wonder. It's really being imbalanced and out of balance. And the spiritual qualities are that of an open heart, desires for union, and capacity for intimacy. And so we're saying yes to these. And we've had to find ways for intimacy, for connection. Some of us are kind of zoomed out, but it was a blessing for us during our time. And by, as you stay, you might notice the body softens and it naturally goes a little bit further. And then see if you like, take your awareness of breath right into the soft belly. The inhale becomes a gathering and expanding. The exhale is a storing, a growing. You might even say those words, gathering and storing, or gathering and growing. Take just a few more breaths here and see if the body wants to ease in or say yes to a little bit more. And over the next few moments, allow the body to release. You can bring your hands to the floor. The spine can roll up or lengthen up. And then your hands can come behind you, lengthen the legs. Just sink back into it. It might be a little, But do take some time to breathe in. If the body feels taxed, take breath there. And then gently lift the heart. Just gently lift the heart. There you go. And gently rise back up. And then come on your hands and knees. Can everyone be on their hands and knees? Is that okay? Good. Okay. If not, you can do this on your back, right? So you're going to do another one. Come onto your hands and knees. And then let the knees slide nice and wide. If you're on a hard surface, you can put a blanket under your knees. And then press your buttocks back towards your heels. So that's where the active comes here, that gentle press, so it keeps it out of your knees and into your hips. And you can come down on your forearms. That press can stay there. And you have a few options. You can stay right here. You can support the chin. You can stretch the arms out on the floor and let your head rest on the ground. Or you can bend at the elbows and place one hand over the other and make a little pillow there for your forehead. So it takes a few moments to get things just right, just like the three little bears. So it's not that we feel nothing. In fact, we do feel. And these poses give us time to feel and to allow that to be okay. The little edges, sometimes big edges. And see if your buttocks, for those of you who have it up in the air, see if you can press back a little bit towards your heels. And again, if that's too much, you can come on your back, spread your knees, and open them wide. You're in charge. You get to say yes, you get to say no. Watch the habits. And it's an experiment. So as you're there, bring your awareness. We'll just visualize the meridian of the heart, right? The energy of that heart meridian. So bring your awareness to the center of the armpit. And of course, it flows through both arms. And then it travels along the inside of the medial arm, over the wrist and palm to the inside of the little fingernail. So just visualize that energy flowing from the armpit down through to the outside of that little fingernail. The heart that expresses itself in our creativity, our interactions, capacity for communication, for communing. That's what we're doing today. We're communing, connecting with ourselves, with each other, the universe, the planet. Your breath can always be your companion. In fact, slow, steady breath helps to nourish the heart and the nervous system. Any part of us that feels anxiety or worry, this long, slow, steady breath makes such a difference. Nourishes that parasympathetic system. Dare we give ourselves this much time? You deserve it. The more you do this, the more we have to give to others, but we often forget. And take another few moments here. You're all doing so great. To release this pose, bring your hands, slide them down under your shoulders. Lift your buttocks off your heels, and without dragging, lift one knee in and then the other. Bring your buttocks back to your heels. Come down into that child pose. We won't stay 3 weeks. We'll stay a few moments. But of course, the child pose is that time of repose. It's a time of turning inward. It's a time of holding ourselves so closely, like we were held back in the mother's womb, safe. We could do this. If you would now slide your body out onto the floor on your belly. Let your belly touch the Mother Earth here. And then we take our elbows just a little bit in front of the shoulders. And to get them shoulders width apart, take your hands around the outside of the arms. You can simply bring your hands in prayer in front of you. You can bring your hands up and support your forehead. You can take one of those blocks and support your forehead if you like. Some of us like to just support the chin. So find the one that feels perfect for you. If it feels like too much, slide your elbows away a little bit. Make it less of a curve. If you want more, take that blanket and place it under your elbows, or break your hands out a little bit and straighten the arms. So from Sphinx maybe to Seal. And then just take your awareness down to the legs and the feet and let them fall out just the way they fall out naturally. The toes typically turn in and your legs are probably a little wider width, but let them fall the way they fall without trying. We're not engaging. We're undoing the habits of a more active practice so that we can go to the more deeper recesses in the body and the mind. And then let awareness scan up through the legs and let them relax on the floor. Let the bones settle. All the muscles around the bones settle. And then as awareness climbs up to the belly and the buttocks, let that all relax. And the lower back gently sways a little bit, that lumbar curve. So typically in our back bends, we're engaging that lumbar curve. For Yin, see if you can just let it sway. If there's an issue, a little bit of engagement, just a little bit to create safety. Otherwise, let's let it juice a little bit. And then as you're letting your breath be nice and full, awareness climbs up the back and all the muscles along the spine relax like a little feather. Visualize that little feather along the spine. And here, we're being held by the bones, so the shoulders might actually come up a little bit because we're not using muscle so much to be held. So that's why I like to support my head in some way so that even the muscles in the neck can not be efforting. So just scanning around. What a wonderful practice. Just scanning from the crown and down and through and see where it can bring breath, where we can soften, where I can say yes to whatever's here, where I can remember that acceptance of the moment, right, is a miracle. The blessing of being right here and just being surrounded and blessed by nature. We have the music of nature here for us. People pay a lot of money for a soundtrack like this. When do we just give ourselves time to just be? Put yourself in a pose and just be. You can't do it wrong. You're doing great. What a blessing to hear that. You're doing great, just as you are. Just take a few more long breaths now. Invite your breath to go nice and deep as you inhale. Breathe up through the front and back down. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Last breath. And if you haven't already, let your elbows slide out. Feel the spine and the body relax down to the earth. Rest your head on your hands. Yeah, if there's a sigh in there, just let that sigh go. If the body feels taxed anywhere, take your breath and awareness there. So there's a great capacity just by bringing awareness and breath to any place that feels taxed, suddenly brings more energy and healing there. And then as you feel ready, bring your hands back to the earth. Once again, slowly press up and back to child. Nice and slowly though, okay? It might be a little stiff, like, uh-oh, the bones are talking a little bit. Ha. Yeah. Great. Give that a breath or two. So just use as a little transition time. Yeah. And this next pose is really great for these meridians that we're playing with today. So half or quarter dog, half dog we'll call it. So come onto your hands and knees. So your hips are over your knees, right? And then you just slide your hands out towards the outside of the mat and forward. And then let your body drop through. Now your forehead can be on the earth, your cheek can be on the earth, or if you need, bend your elbows and rest your head on your hands. Okay? So you decide. The arms are relaxed, though we're not really putting a lot of energy into it. And here, take a breath and see if you can invite the heart to soften down. Like notice what we're carrying in the back body. If you need, widen the arms even wider. There you go. Or bend at the elbows if you need to. Find a way that you can play with this a little bit, but that the heart can drop down. It's also a great pose. Any kyphosis or rounding in the upper spine, that helps that. But you can feel as the arms are, however they're engaged or stretched, all those meridians are being nourished. Circulation, assimilation. It's also the spiritual resource of spirit. Spirit. Our task here is compassion. My t-shirt says, love our planet, be kind. So that encompasses everyone and everything, including ourselves. Now, I know this is an interesting pose, so don't forget your companion of breath. Let's do a little visualization with the breath. So bring your breath and awareness into your soft belly. That same gathering and storing there. And next, as you inhale, visualize the breath moving from below the navel down under the pubic bone and the root, up along the back of the spine, over the crown to the third eye, and pause there for 2 counts. 1 ohm, 2 ohm. And as you exhale, visualize the breath and energy flowing down along the front of the spine, right back down to that second center, Swadhisthana, 2 counts. So you may not be exactly with me, but inhaling down and under the root, up along the back of the spine, over the crown to the third eye where you pause for 2 counts. And as you exhale, visualize and bring that breath and energy down along the front, right back down to that second center. So do that just a few more breaths, enlivening all of the energy centers. Take 1 or 2 more breaths in that way. To release this, come up onto all fours. Take a breath and just gently round the spine. Slide your sacrum down, tuck in your chin. Take a breath and bring it to the back body. And then lengthen the spine and find your way now onto your back for a moment or a few moments. Yeah, you might like to turn your head towards me so you could hear better. Yeah, your head towards me. Can you all hear me in the back there? It's just recording. Can you hear me? I'll do my best to speak up. Okay. But take a moment as you're on the earth to feel the earth. Let go to the earth for a moment. And simply bring your feet to standing for a moment and open them wide as your mat. And allow your arms to reach out from your shoulders. And simply take a breath and allow your knees to drop to the right. Keep your left shoulder blade on the earth and just take a few breaths here. Just a simple little twist as we begin concluding the yin practice, and just simply a few breaths into this twist. And then inhale it back up to center. Exhale, drop your knees to the left. Just feel the twist, a gentle twist in the other direction. And then simply bring your knees back to the center and bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out. And if this works for you, just rest here for a minute or so. If it's too much, bring your feet to knees to standing and drop the knees towards each other. The next second option. Simply let the breath breathe you nice and full. Allow the body to relax back to the earth. Let sounds come and go as they do. Life happens. Over the next few moments, you can please draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Roll over to one side. Yeah. And bring your hands to the earth and press yourself up to sitting and actually onto all fours. Okay. Again, if there's sensitivity in your knees, take a blanket underneath. Okay. So see that your hips are just about over your knees and your hands under the shoulders are a little bit in front. Spread the fingertips and ground through the balls of the hand. Grow long in your spine from tailbone to crown. As you inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, draw them down the back. Do that again. Inhale, shoulders towards your ears. Exhale down the back. Let's keep them there. Take a breath, and as you exhale, round the spine. Slide your sacrum down, tuck in your chin. Stay there a breath or two. As you next inhale, lift your sitting bones, drop your belly, lift the head. Draw the shoulders down. As you inhale again, sitting bones and crown lifts. And as you exhale, round it. And then just do a few of those cat and dog stretches on your own breath. Something worth doing every day. One more time. And then bring the spine to center, let it grow long. And next as you inhale, lengthen out through the right leg and the left arm. Lift that right leg if you can. As you exhale, bring it down. We'll do a little of those cross crawls, left leg, right arm. Lift the left. Exhale it down. And continue in that way, cross crawl. lengthening through opposite sides. Inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you come down. And then imagine that you're irradiating that energy right from the center of you, energizing it through the leg and through the arm and back. You can keep your eyes focused on a spot for balance. One more time. So this is where we find both the strength, right, and the softness. Come to center, let your body shift a little bit on its own. Good. And then again, come to center, grow long through your center. Inhale the right leg back. And then as you inhale, draw that right knee towards your right elbow. And exhale it back. Inhale it towards the elbow and back. So do that a few times. Give yourself a lot of space. So it's kind of like at the side of the body. And the next time you bring it out to the side, inhale, bring it out like a little hydrant, right? Stretch the leg out. Look at your right toes. Lovely. Nice. You have a manicure, pedicure recently. And then take that right foot all the way to the left. Slide it out on the ground and just come down over that a little bit. Take a breath or two here. There's a little twist deep in the hip. One more breath. And bring the hands back to the floor with your core strength. Bring it back up to center. Back on your knees. Nice job. Again, nice and long in the core. Shoulders back. Right? Inhale, lengthen the left leg back. Take a breath there. Next inhale, draw it to the outside of the left elbow as you inhale. Exhale back. And do that a few times. Inhaling in and out. One more time. Bring the knee down. And then as you inhale, bring that left knee out to the side. Stretch it out. Look at it. Lift it up a little bit. Smile. And then sweep it all the way over to the right. Slide it out on the ground and come out over the right leg. Savor that sweet little spot. Yeah, please feel free to move your spot out of the sun if you need it. Good. One more breath. Ease in there. And then bring your hands back to the earth. Come back up. Good. Doing great. Tuck your toes. Walk yourself back. Come into a little squat. And then lift your buttocks. And let the body dangle down. The knees can be soft. If you like, take hold of your elbows. And in fact, let the knees be soft because you can find where the belly meets the thighs. That's that full forward bend. And now if you would slide your hands up on your shins right below your knees. As you inhale, lengthen your spine out and lead with the heart. Feel the heart leading forward. And as you exhale, scoop the abdomen and hug the torso down. So do that a few times. Inhale, lengthening. And as you exhale, hugging. One more time. And then as you come down, have the belly and the thighs merging with the legs. Take hold behind your legs. And then just take a breath and lift the sitting bones to that sweet little edge. Savor it, say yes to it. We're opening to the possibilities again. And then release your hands. Bend your knees and bring your elbows right up on your thighs. There you go. So a little bit of a squat. So if your feet are together, that's fine. The legs can hug, or their energy is moving towards each other, the legs, without, imagine like a little ball or block there. The buttocks get sent back and the spine is long. And you breathe here. There's strength happening here. You smile to it. We're feeling those legs. God bless them. Good. And then lengthen, if you can, lengthen the arms out overhead. And then press into your hands and press all the way up. Ha. Let me say, and this time lift your heart a little bit. Bring your head to center. And this time as you exhale, draw your elbows down. Oof, with the shoulders on your back. Good. As you inhale again, up. Look like a lot of Y's. Yes. A room of yes. Exhale down. One more time. And hug those shoulder blades back. Draw the lower abdomen back a little bit. Breathe there for a moment. Then stretch the arms out. Bend the elbows, turn it around, and interlace your hands. Stretch the shoulder blades back. Press them back and up just a little bit. Invite the heart space to open a little bit. And as the heart lifts up, see if the chin can lift just a little bit. But the lift is really happening from the heart, right? And bring it back to the center. Release your hands and bring them right in front of your heart. And then if you would all come to the front of your mat. So we're going to move a little bit. If you'd like, have your blocks at the front or easy access. If you need blocks, they're over near the garage. Okay. It's always good to have them rather than not. So it's the season of the sun. So in a slow, while we're building strength and we're opening to the warmth of the sun, a nice slow salutation, okay? We don't want to build up too much heat, but just enough. Just right. Okay. So take a look. Bring your feet just about under your hip bones. You can feel for those frontal hip bones right here. Line that second toe with it. Lift the toes and spread them. And then replace them back down on the earth. Send your roots down to Mother Earth. And then as you inhale, draw that blessed energy up through your legs as the muscles hug the bones. As you come to the pelvis, just rock it a little bit in and out. And then find the place of center. And then allow that energy to rise a little bit more up through the torso as the shoulders roll down the back and the neck grows long. Standing here in yourself, connection to earth and to sky and to each other. Bring our hands in prayer. As you inhale, sweep the arms around, lift the heart up. As you exhale, soft knees, lead with the heart, bow down. Hands either in line with your toes or on your blocks. As you inhale, halfway up. And as you exhale, take it down again. And then soft knees, long spine, spread the arms right from the heart, rise up, gently arc, and sweep that sun around you right back into your heart. Half Ardha Siddhya Namaskar. Let's do that. And you can do that in your own rhythm if you like. I'll guide it, but feel free to be at your own breath. So as we inhale, circling, sacrum down, heart lifts. And as you exhale, soft knees, long spine, lead with the heart as you bow down to the sacred earth. As you inhale, rise halfway. And again, exhale, bow this heart down, bow this head, let go of what's not needed. And then soft knees, long spine, as we rise back up. And back to the heart. And pause for a moment. Let's take it a little further as we inhale, sweep it around. And as you exhale, bow down. As you inhale, take the right foot back into a high lunge. Feel free to use your blocks. As you exhale, just ease into it as the heel and the knee move away from each other. And then drop the right knee to the earth. Spread your toes, ease in a little more. I'm just going to turn around. Then bring your right hand to the floor. Take your left hand on the outside of the knee or a block. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit. Breath by breath, you lengthen and rotate. Open the elbow wide so there's space for the heart too. And then if you like a little more, stretch the left arm up. This is not have-tos, just options. Explore space with the left hand. Sweep it all the way around if you like onto the lower back or the sacrum area. Take a breath and then rotate a little more, lift the heart into it. And then release the arm and unwind back to the center. Tuck the back toe under. Take the left foot back. Come into a plank for a moment. Here's our strength. If you need, come on your knees, but nice long bodies. You're smiling now, right? Okay, we're going to lower it down. So either on your knees or the whole torso lowers down. And then lie down on the ground for a moment. Yeah, not too long. Slide your hands forward, sacrum down, and rise up into cobra. You know the drill. This time it is active. So sacrum's down, heart's lifted, shoulders down. You kind of hug those hands towards you. Look over the right shoulder and the left. So we're rising to the moment, everybody. That big yes to the moment. One more breath. And then tuck the back toes under. See if we can do this. Can you come on up and walk your feet in a little bit? Find your way into downward dog. Start with knees bent. Press your hands into the earth. Press your hips back. And walk one heel down, walk the other. And now, let's do an easy release. Here's your option. You can sweep the right leg forward, or you can bend down, bring your knees to the earth, and then bring the right leg forward. Okay? Options. And if it doesn't quite make it, just schlep it there, as we say. The ever popular schleppasana. Bring that leg up forward. Good. And just ease into it a little bit. Just play a little bit. Tuck the back toe under. Lift it. Lengthen it. Drop it back down. And take your left hand to the ground or on your block. Take your right hand outside the right knee. Lengthen and twist into it. To the right. There you go, Janet. Breath by breath. If you want a little more, you lengthen the right arm up. Options, right? If you like, sweep it behind onto your sacral area or further around into the twist. And then hug that right knee in towards your left shoulder. Nice. Then release it, unwind it. Tuck the back toe under. Lean forward, bring your left foot forward, dangle down. And then soften the knees, long spine, rise up. Gently arc and lift the heart. And bring it back down. Pause for a moment. Feel the heat. The yogis have been doing sun salutes for thousands of years as they greet the day. They actually do 108 of them. One is good today. Okay. Come down into a squat. Come down into sitting. As we find our way onto the ground, bring your feet to standing. Come to sit on the front of those sitting bones. Open your feet a little wider. Good. And then with your hands on your legs or behind them, lengthen the spine. Lift, feel the heart lengthen. Feel your core supporting you and holding you. The expansion of your heart holding you, really. The community holding you. The connection holds us. How do we manage through this time? And then take hold under the legs. Lift one leg up. And bring it down. And the other. And down. And then can you tip and bring both up just a little bit? Make it easy. This takes a core strength, so lengthen. There you go. Lift the heart. If it's more, you can take more. There's energy through the legs, even if those knees are bent. They're shaking, it's fine. Reach the arms if you like, but let the heart lift up. Palms up to say yes to all of this. So much beauty, even in the challenges. One more breath. Slowly release it. Bring your feet hip width. Scoot your buttocks all the way up towards it and come to lie on your back. Again, you might want to turn around to face me. When you find your way down, feet standing. Take your hands behind the back of your head. Just lift them a little bit to lengthen the neck. Then replace the skull back down. Bring your arms by your side and slide your shoulder blades down and let them spread. And then bring your upper arms close towards your torso and bend at the elbow so your fingertips face towards the sky. And then just wriggle your shoulder blades under a little bit. Yeah, so the fingertips are straight up towards the heavens. So there's like a right angle between your forearm and lower arm. There you go. Robot arm. There you go. But that just lets you press down. You can feel how that allows the shoulder blades to come together a little, gives you a little more strength. Good. And from here, press into the feet and slide the sacrum under and just let the pelvis lift a little bit. And then gently let it roll down. And just do that a little bit. On the inhale, you lift and roll up a little bit. And then as you come to the chest, you press into the arms. That'll expand your chest a little bit. Remember expansion and Jupiter. And slowly lower it down. Yeah. And do that again. And do it one more time until you feel yourself rising up towards the chest. Press those upper arms down as the chest expands and elevate the chin just a little bit. Now, if it works, interlace your hands underneath you. Wriggle your shoulders towards each other. Lengthen your hands towards your feet. As you inhale, press the feet, press the arms. Let the front body expand. As you exhale, there's just a little softening, but there's mostly a gentle engagement. Yeah. Go beyond when the body first says it's time to let go. And see if you can just wriggle in there. Stay present for yourself. Yeah. And then take 3 more breaths, everyone. You can all do 3 more breaths at your own rhythm. As the body says yes to this beautiful life that we have. One more breath. Full expression here. Even maybe up on your toes if you like. Oof. Yeah. And then slowly, slowly release your hands. Yeah. Savor the release as the spine rolls down. And when you hit the ground, or don't hit it, but when you come to the ground, savor that. See if you can soften a little bit more. Merge with the earth a little bit more. Feel the energy of the pose as it releases. And then do take a few moments to let your body respond in a complement. Maybe the knees want to pull in, or perhaps there's another little movement. Just take a moment or two to let the body find its natural expression right now. And then over the next few moments, please bring your feet to the earth one more time. Once again, neutral spine where the neck is long and the shoulders are down and the sacrum's on the ground. You feel all the little curves. And now draw the right knee in, interlace your fingers around the knee or behind it. As you exhale, draw that right knee towards the right shoulder. The inhale softens and the exhale, draw it in. And you can feel how the breath expands. There's a moving away, and then on the exhale, there's space to come in a little closer. And the next time you exhale, stretch your left leg out on the earth. So now there's energy moving out through the leg and out through the knee. And then if you want a little more, lift the left leg a few inches. Take a breath as you exhale. Draw your head towards your knee. If you want a little more, no have-tos here. Release your hands and stretch them down towards your foot Mudra size it with your thumb and index finger. One more time. Hug it in. And then release the left leg. Interlace again. Draw that knee in. Bring your left foot to standing. Take your right ankle to the outside of your left leg. And as you exhale, just take your right hand on the inside of that right knee. And as you exhale, just press it open a little bit. The inhale, it softens. And as you exhale, it opens just a little bit. And then release that. Bring the right foot to the floor. Bring your left knee in. The inhale, it moves away. As you exhale, you draw it in. A few breaths that way. The next time you exhale, stretch out the right leg. And then take a breath, lift the right leg, lift your head towards the knee. So much more strength now. If you like, stretch those hands down. One more time, smile. And then release it down. Bring your right foot to standing. Take your left ankle, the outside of your left ankle, to the top of that leg and press the left knee open a little bit. There you go. Release that foot. And gently draw the knees in, open them wide. Slide your hands down along the inside of the legs to your ankles. If you like, take your index and middle finger, wrap it around the big toe, and bring the feet up for happy baby. And just breathe here for a little bit. Breathing up and down the central channel. Bringing the spine back to balance. Connecting with the energies of earth and sky. And as you release this pose, gently release, take a few moments to really listen deeply to what might be needed. A little bit of time to let the natural wisdom of body invite you into a movement or stillness. Ask what's needed. There is a wisdom far greater than our mind. So in this moment, freedom and liberation is listening to your unique expression, listening to the sun and expansion in your own heart and being. And dare to follow it. It's a daring to be all that you are in this moment. A daring to trust a voice inside you that says, now here, now here. The infinite is really always guiding us, but do we dare listen? So we connect where we bring our universal and individual self together. There really is no separation. Already whole, already free, already awake. Just take another few moments to let this flow complete itself. And we'll take a few moments of rest. So if you need a little bit of water, please do that. Hydrate. Very important in our summer season. Hydrate. Move into a spot that's right for you if you need to. And then come to rest on the earth. Let your legs gently part. Take a blanket or something under your knees if you need it. Blocks or bolster. And let go. Just let go. With each breath, just allow your back body to be held by the ground. Or feel the earth rise up to meet you. As we rest back into the essence of who we are, the soul of who we are. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. 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 And as you rest on the earth, with the sun overhead, filling every pore, reminding you who you are. Not just in the mind, but in an experience of the heart, the deepest part of you. So as you hear the sound of the first bell, let it be a gentle invitation back to here, to now, to this body, to this space, to the sounds around you. And as you hear the sound of the second bell, it invites a little movement with fingers and toes and a gentle stretch. Back to the body, but bringing your whole experience with you, right here and now. And allow the third bell to be an invitation to gradually draw your knees in and roll to one side and pause there for a moment. And just resting on your side and child's pose on your side. Gradually returning and feeling where you are now, with that inquiry to what is holding back, what can expand. Meeting yourself in this moment fully as a friend. The blessed miracle that the moment is. And then please bring your hands to the earth and press yourself up to sitting. And if you have a journal or pen, just have it next to you. Otherwise, it'll be the inner journal. Yeah, phones work. It's true. But before we reflect, just take the right hand and take it into Vishnu Mudra. So we're going to do a nice cooling breath for the season, right? Nadi showed us to take your right hand on your right nostril and take a few breaths in and out of the left side. And at the top of the next breath, close the left nostril, release the right, and take a few breaths in and out. And then at the top of the next, close the right, and exhale, release through the left. And then do that again through the left as you inhale, and exhale through the right. And then just close your eyes and do a few of those breaths. And if there's a calling to pause at the top, pause at the top for a few moments. So it means find your natural rhythm. The next time you exhale from the left nostril, let that be your final round. And sit for a moment and feel the effects of that breath. Alternate nostril, cooling breath. And as you sit here feeling into the whole of you, right here, right now, meeting yourself fully as a friend in this body, in this mind, in this heart, this spirit. Perhaps you even might feel like the boundaries of your skin are softening, where we meet each other beyond the boundaries of our skin. And take a few moments and reflect on our time together, this time of connection to self, to other, to source, to planet, connection. The inquiry of expansion. And notice what stands out for you. Maybe there were some insights or highlights for you. And touching into that place of wisdom and knowing love itself. Given all that's happened here and given my life, what is it I need to remember? What is the teaching for me today in this moment as I step back into my life? And then if you have paper, then just at the top of that paper, just write from that voice of wisdom, this is what I have to say to you. And then allow your words to flow through you. There's no editing, they can't be wrong. This is a message for you. So take a few moments to just allow the words to flow and even the silence to be there if that's what it is. Take another few moments to finish up. You might even ask anything else these last few moments. And then in closing, may we really say thank you. Thank you to all of the gifts of practice, to the wisdom that we've shared, the beautiful space that we're here, the precious human life. I share with you this beautiful aspiration, a concluding aspiration. So throughout my life, until this very moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including any benefit that may have come from our time together, I dedicate to the welfare of all beings. May the roots of suffering diminish. May warfare, violence, neglect, indifference, and addictions also decrease. May the wisdom and compassion of all beings increase now and in the future. May we clearly see the boundaries and the barriers we erect between ourselves and others to be as insubstantial as our dreams. May we appreciate the great perfection of all phenomena. May we continue to open our hearts and our minds in order to work ceaselessly for the benefit of all beings. May we go to the places that scare us. May we lead the life of a warrior. May you, may all beings everywhere know happiness and the root of happiness. So in closing, let's chant the sound of Om and our dedication, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. We'll chant it 3 times and end with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So gratitude for everything. May these blessings reach out to touch all. Let's join together with the sound of Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere know peace and joy and love and light. May peace prevail. And again, as we bring our hands in prayer, joining both the universal and individual self, Jai Bhagwan Namaste. I bow to the light that you are. Jai Bhagwan. Jai Bhagwan. Thanks, everyone. You're welcome.